Hey there, folks. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Well, folks, Father's Day has arrived again, and I'm sorry to say this, but I decided not to blog Bambi 2 this year. Aww. Yeah, I know, you're disappointed, and I apologize. But the truth is, this year, I actually want to blog a movie that I don't know if you guys have heard about, unless you saw it online. But anyway, let's discuss the subject of today's movie, Bigfoot. Now, according to North American folklore, Bigfoot is a hairy, upright, walking, ape-like being who reportedly dwells in the wilderness and leaves behind large footprints. Strongly associated with the Pacific Northwest, particularly Washington State and British Columbia, individuals claim to see the creature across North America. Over the years, the creature has inspired numerous commercial ventures and hoaxes. Folklorists trace the figure of Bigfoot to a combination of factors and sources, including folklore surrounding the European wildman figure. Folks' belief among Native Americans and loggers, and a cultural increase in environmental concerns. Also, a majority of mainstream scientists have historically discounted the existence of Bigfoot, considering it to be a combination of folklore, misidentifications, and hoax, rather than a living animal. Now, would you believe me if there was a movie where Bigfoot had a son? Well, thanks to French production Studio Canal and Belgian film director Ben Statham, we got a movie that focuses on Bigfoot and his said son, with a story so underrated that you may be in for a surprise. Released in the Netherlands on July 26, 2017, and to DVD in America on May 1st, 2018, the movie is The Son of Bigfoot. Now let's get started. Teenage outsider Adam Harrison has never known the identity of his long-lost father, but after setting off on an adventure to solve the mystery, Adam discovers that his father is none other than the legendary Bigfoot, and, like his dad, he is gifted with powers beyond his imagination. But little do they know, Hairco is on their tail, as Adam's traces have led them to Bigfoot. So, what do I think of this movie? Well, after I saw this movie on Kim Cartoon, and after getting my own DVD copy afterwards, this film really surprised me. But to further explain why I enjoyed the film, let's move on to Mustang Notes. The movie was directed by Ben Statham and Jeremy DeGruson. Upon release, the film received positive reviews from critics and grossed about $50 million worldwide against its $20 million budget. As of March 2018, the film has topped 8 million admissions worldwide, and it's still playing in a number of territories. Also to note, the music for the movie was provided by Belgian band Puggy. And I think their music is pretty decent. Some of my favorite songs that they put in this film include Broken Heart, Foolish, Underground, and Simple Feelings. To me, these songs are emotional and catchy at the same time. The studio responsible for the computer animation in the movie is N-Wave Pictures. who worked on such interesting films like Fly Me to the Moon, A Turtle's Tale, The House of Magic, and the most recent film, The Wildlife. Now, while some of their movies are okay, I think their animation does show promise. And I think the animation that they did for this movie is actually pretty good, though it doesn't hold a candle to Pixar in my eyes. But, in my opinion, the forest where Bigfoot is looks, well, like a beautifully designed forest. And Hairco is, well, very high-tech and heavily secured. Some of my favorite scenes in this movie include the part where Adam learns a few skills from his father, and the scene where the animals outsmart two dumb hunters. However, there are parts in this movie that I don't like. One of them being the scene where Adam gets picked on by three bullies. And the other scene is where Adam is meeting with the principal, who isn't very helpful to the kid. Anyway, now that we're done with Mustang notes, let's move on to the characters and their voice actors. Our main character, Adam Harrison, is voiced by Pappy Faulkner. To me, even though Adam goes through school troubles and bully problems, I find him to be a very lucky boy. Plus, I find it kind of cool that he doesn't wear his shoes throughout most of the movie. Plus, aside from his feet and hair growing, Adam gets to learn echolocation, or hearing things from far away, as well as having the ability to run fast, talk to animals, as well as the healing touch. Also, I think Adam is a smart and brave kid who never gives up trying to save his father. Next we come to Adam's dad, Bigfoot, aka Dr. Harrison, voiced by Christopher L. Parson, who got to be in Rango, Cats and Dogs 2, and Final Fantasy 15. Now, in my opinion, this version of Bigfoot is pretty different compared to many different Bigfoots I've heard about in the media or on Google. In fact, he looks kind of like Kurt Russell in my opinion. You see, in this movie, Dr. Harrison used to be a scientist who was researching his DNA. And he discovered a rare DNA mutation in his blood, which proved to be the source of why he's a Bigfoot. And when Hairco ransacked his lab, stole his research, and threatened him, his wife, and his baby son, he ran deep into the woods and faked his death in order to keep his family safe. Since then, he's been living in a tree in the woods, writing secret letters to his wife. Anyway, to me, Bigfoot is a pretty cool character while teaching Adam his skills. And I like the parts where they do ziplining, swimming, and playing baseball. Plus, he's a very skilled musician. Also, Bigfoot is very protective of his family and will do anything to keep them out of harm's way. Next we have Adam's mom, Shelley, voiced by Maeve Harrington, who voiced Claudette in the Alpha and Omega sequels, and Kiki in The Wildlife. To me, despite the fact that she never told Adam that his dad was still alive until he was 13 years old, Shelley is a caring mom, and she's equally as protective of her son as much as her husband. Plus, Shelley can be a badass when she shoots the villain in the flank. Next we come to the CEO of Hair Co. and the villain of the movie, Wallace Eastman, voiced by Terrence Stone, who got to be in Santa's Apprentice and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Wallace's company is a mega corporation that does experiments involving hair. His evil plan is to hunt down Bigfoot in order to use his DNA to grow real hair. However, the things he does in this movie are really nasty. Aside from stealing Bigfoot's research and threatening his family, he hooks up Bigfoot and uses him like a lab rat, even kidnaps Shelley, locks the animals in glass boxes, has his men burn down the forest with flamethrowers, even attempting to murder Adam by locking him in his car and pushing said car towards the fire. Man, what is up with family films and attempting child murder? Gee. Next we come to our first animal sidekick, Steve, a European green woodpecker voiced by Joe J. Thomas. Steve is the first animal Adam gets to talk to while he's with his dad. In my opinion, Steve is a pretty funny character, and I like the scene where he uses his beak to break the security cameras around Hair Co. Next we have Tina, a red squirrel voiced by Sandy Fox, who got to be in The Land Before Time 6 and Sailor Moon. In my opinion, Tina is a cute squirrel, and I think her Western accent sounds very pretty, especially when she flirts with a rabbit. Also, I think she's very feisty when she uses a taser on one of the Hair Co. guards. Next we have Trapper the Raccoon and his pregnant wife Weecha, voiced by Joe Ochman and Layla Burzin. I find these two to be my second favorite characters in the movie. To me, Trapper makes me think of Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy, due to his loudmouth and sarcastic behavior. Plus, he acts like a tough raccoon at times. As for Weecha, I think she's a very sweet raccoon. Next we have my favorite out of all the animals in the film, Wilbur, the Kodiak bear, voiced by Michael Sorich. To me, Wilbur sticks out the most, and I think he's a really cool bear. I like the part where Wilbur uses a steel door to fight the Hair Co. guards, and when he scares off the bullies who were picking on Adam at the end of the movie. Another character to talk about is Ava, voiced by Shiloh Summer. Ava is the only person at Adam's school who is nice to him. Despite that she doesn't appear too much in the film, I think she's a really nice girl, and I like that she doesn't consider Adam weird or odd. In fact, she likes that Adam is different, and I think she and Adam could make a nice couple. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, The Son of Bigfoot is a really surprising movie. The CGI animation is great, the main character Adam is relatable, and a lucky kid. Bigfoot, aka Dr. Harrison, is a fun and protective father. The supporting characters like Steve, Tina, Trapper, Weecha, and Wilbur are memorable and humorous, and the villain, Wallace Eastman, is really threatening when it comes to hunting down Bigfoot and attempting to burn Adam and other things. Also, I think this film is a pretty good film to watch during the Father's Day weekend. Though, I don't think little kids should watch this movie on their own due to the overuse of tranquilizers and guns, the word crap being said a few times, and a few jokes can be kind of strange. But I still highly recommend you check this movie out. So I'll give this movie a 88% out of 100. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Be sure to join me again for my next blog, Mustang Power. Oh, and happy Father's Day, everyone.